Hello, knockouts. Tanya TKO here. Oh, my. Look at what has come down my pipelines. Oh, my gracious goodness alive. Come on in, knockouts. Come on in. Today, we're going to have a little powwow around the fire. We're ending out our year with a bang. Listen, so the question is Kevin Kittenheel Samuels getting sued for putting that young lady's likeness out there without her permission? That's the question. So listen, if there are any attorneys out there or people who have access to legal documents, we know that Jessica is in the state of, ooh, I forget the state she's in, but we know Kitten Heels is inside of Georgia. So if there's anyone who could get a hold of these legal documents, these alleged documents, please send them my way. Come to TanyaTKO.com, click on contact, and send me the documents so that I can come out with verified proof about whether or not there is a lawsuit. I know in the whisperings in the YouTube streets, I had heard that there was something coming down the pipelines for him. But now we have a person who claims that they are a firsthand witness and one of the plaintiffs. So we're going to listen to that video. Let me just introduce myself. I am Tanya TKO. I'm a self-love specialist from TanyaTKO.com. I help you learn how to love one another, but most importantly, how to love yourself. On this channel, we use viral topics as teachable moments for what self-love looks like or doesn't look like in our own lives. I am a certified clinical hypnotherapist. I am a certified life coach with a specialty in relationship coaching, and I have been dubbed by news organizations as a relationship expert, helping people learn how to learn how helping people learn how to love themselves and one another. So listen, this is the live channel right here. This is the channel where you all are my live studio audience, and I will be pulling some of your comments into the broadcast. If you would rather the edited version, you can always go to Tanya TKO TV. This video right here will be edited, chopped up, and then placed onto my Facebook page, Tanya TKO Show, Tanya TKO TV, as well as the YouTube page, Tanya TKO TV. The links are below inside of the description. That way, you can be a part of the first video here, or you can just watch the finished product. It's really up to you. So listen, there will be some people who will come out and say, oh, Tanya, you're obsessed. Why? Oh, why is you still speaking about this man? Listen, first of all, I create the content that my subscribers send to me to make. That's one. Two, abuse is triggering. Abusive men is very triggering for me, and I like to call out abuse and not let it slide by. So this is my public service to other women who are out there accepting treatment which is less than they should accept. Three, if you are a male person, a person with a penis or a uterine holder, carrier of the womb, who feel that you need to fight me to defend a man, check yourself. How masculine is it of you as a man to have to fight a woman to quote unquote protect a man? This is just a bad look for you, son. And if you think that by participating in your attempts at abusing Tanya TKO is going to stop me, listen, I make what in the hell I feel like making on my channel. Click on what you want to watch. Don't click on what you don't want to watch. It's very simple, but I appreciate the clicks, hun. Thanks. And thank you for leaving a comment, thumbing up the video, and sharing it to be like, I can't believe what this woman just said. So thank you very much for your love and support. Love and support comes in many different ways, and you may not realize that you're supporting me, but yes, you are. Only click on and share the content that you want to see. It's as simple as that. So if I make a video that's triggering to you or content that you don't agree with, people try to say that I hate Black men, but my last video refutes that, where I spent an hour and a half gushing this gleaming review of this wealthy Black CEO who combated the falsehoods inside of Kitten Heel's video. So listen, you see, the problem is that you hate Black men, and you don't think that Black men can do better than what it is that many of them are out there doing. And when people call you out on it, you feel triggered. So just do better, and women will praise you. I just saw on the wall, on Shira's wall, there was a man who said, listening to your videos made me increase my own net wealth. He posted up a screenshot of his NASDAQ earnings of more than $200,000. So listen, just get your weight up, son. Instead of trying to beat down a woman, maybe you pull them testicles together and gather them up in front of the white man or another black man. Maybe you'd be able to be somewhere. Maybe if you concentrated that energy on fixing black communities, increasing your own wealth, or maybe starting a black family of your own, an upstanding one, not one in which you're abusing your woman, maybe we'd be in a different state right now. Maybe I wouldn't have to make these videos if you would just gather up them nuts together, son, and do something with them instead of trying to throw the sweaty balls over this way. Back up, son. Back up. Me don't want that. We don't need that over here. So if you all are ready, listen, I just wanted to give you all a few moments to come on in. We got 400 people on the broadcast. We're expecting 1,000. So as you come in, you thumbs up the video. If you're watching this on your TV, you can click out of the screen. It'll still be up on the TV. You can thumb it up from your phone, and we can go on from there. The the thumbs up help because they let YouTube know that people are watching, that they are engaged. And it also lets me know what type of content it is that you enjoy. So if you enjoy my breakdowns and my videos and my reactions, make sure that you give that thumbs up because it matters to YouTube. This is how this channel has grown so much over the years. Listen, so let's jump in without further ado. Let's hear, because we're going to be hearing from the plaintiff or one of the alleged plaintiffs herself. Sherry, I'm not talking about putting a thumbs up inside of the thing. I'm talking about actually thumbing up the video. YouTube comments help. Once the video is up, comments help. Clicking on the video helps. Sharing it helps. All of that lets YouTube know that you're into it, that you're feeling it. All right. So let's jump into this. Let's jump in. Here we go. All right. So this is supposedly one of the women who have filed suit. So let's take a listen in here. It's only 6.5 minutes. So let's take a listen to see what she has to say.
So, hello everyone. I am recording this video because I am moving a lawsuit against Mr. Kevin Samuels. What happened is that sometimes he does open the phone lines to people who disagree with him. And when that happened, I called in and he told me that the condition for me to enter the show, I needed to show my face just for him, so he could certify that I am a real person. I was not someone just trolling who will enter there and say a bunch of things. I was like, okay. So I entered the show. What I didn't know is that he was broadcasting my live stream to the rest of the audience. That one is a crime that he committed. First of all, he kind of violated my trust. And the second thing, he used my image without my permission. And I am moving a lawsuit against him. And also, I am not the only person who is doing this. The lady, Jessica, who appeared on his video that he classified her as average at best, is also moving a lawsuit for the same reason. Why? Because the same thing that he did to me, he did to her.
All right, let's pause it real quick. I just want to pull up a comment, right? Give me 1 second. You all are saying some crazy things here in the comments, right? All right, so listen, I just want to take a quick segue. I need to find this comment. All right, here. From Anotha Black Experience. She's going to lose this case. It's fair use. As a content creator, I'd like to just refute that, right? Fair use is when something is already in the public domain. Ayana says it's not fair use if he promised her he would be keeping her image confidential. So, if something is fair use, it's already in the public domain and you're doing a reaction or a parody or commentary about something that has already been uploaded into the public. If you are having a private conversation with a person or a conversation that they think is private or that they think their image is going to be concealed and they have not signed a model release, if they have not given you permission to air their image and likeness, how can that be? Oh, look at this image of him, speaking of. And this is the person that you think is a heterosexual man. I'm sorry, just this. You think that this is a heterosexual male, a man that enjoys women, that loves women, and that loves femininity that is not his own. Let's keep going forward because I see there's some nonsense going on. Lord have, look at this. I just with his pleather jacket on and the turtleneck and taking his selfies. You see his hand up inside of the. I can't. In the mall where I hear he stalks young women, sending
Meaning
their pictures
she
up
didn't
without
know
their
that was she's
permission.
being recorded.
Let's rewind that
She
just a
didn't
little
know that
bit so that we
because
could hear
probably
her last
the same
sentence.
way he told me he
All
did
right.
to her. Meaning she didn't know that was she's being recorded. She didn't know that because probably the same way he told me that, you know what, you need to show your face just from me and you won't appear on the live stream. He told her the same thing. And what he did, he broadcast her image so everyone could see because his goal there is to humiliate people. And I got this information because the lady had a conversation, a talk with the Chrissy, the influencer. And during that conversation, she displayed that she's moving a lawsuit against that. And I think she's doing a great job because about 10 days ago, when I opened my lawsuit against him, I sent Kevin Samuels a message through his Instagram. I don't know if he saw it. I don't know if he realized that it was there, warning him. And the steps that I'm following right now by the court is like I had to wait. He has about, at the time that was about 45 days for him to remove my video. Otherwise, the lawsuit will proceed. And in my case, if he's a smart person, he can just go there and remove the image in the question, and everything is done. But in case of Jessica, it's different because her image was shared with a lot of people. And this lady actually has to go to therapy in order to deal
Oh
with this.
my.
So Kevin Samuels not only will have to face the crime charges, but also he have to compensate her for the traumas. In my case, because I did not went viral and nothing like that, so I cannot use that. The only thing that I'm going to use is the crime of using my images without my permission, also to violating my trust because I trusted him. And this man who claims that he is a high value does something dodgy like this without thinking about the consequences, because a man who really have money, who is someone, won't put his life in his freedom in jeopardy over being famous, over being viral. Because the same guy who is there helping black women in the black community is the same who confessed on a live stream that he paid 100 and 300,000 dollars to a white prostitute so she could go with him into a business event. So the same guy who's saying that he's beating 20 something year olds with a stick, he is paying for companionship to a female. What a contradiction. What a contradiction. But that's not my business. The only thing that I'm doing right now is just to let him know that a lawsuit was open. This is not a warning, because a warning is when someone say, I'm going to do this if you don't do this. But in his case, I already opened the lawsuit. And he have those 45 days to take a decision, or he's going to remove the video where he kind of used it without my permission, or the lawsuit will continue and he will have to respond for that, and also, pay me for the misuse of my image. And I also want to say that having access to top lawyers is not an issue for me. Luckily, I am surrounded by people who are in the law industry. So if this guy decided to fight with me, he's going to lose. He will lose because at the end of the day, just because you are going to events that are white men there, and you are accompanied by a white prostitute, doesn't mean that you are part of the club. Doesn't mean that in a court system those things are going to benefit you. What you did, you violated the rights of two women. You misuse the images,
Mm.
and you abuse their trust, because these are two peoples. In case of Jessica, the situation went viral. Everyone is talking about that. A lot of people are ridiculing her, are making her feel like she's like nothing. So
Oh my. So it ends, but I'm sure it goes on from there. So, wow. Mm. Listen, what do we say? I'm curious too. So now there are 1,000 people here. Go ahead and give that thumbs up. What are your thoughts on what it is that we heard? Is there a lawsuit coming? Is there a lawsuit that has already been filed? Is there a person who can provide this to me? Send me a copy of this. I'd like to see the documents, because if it's been filed, it's a matter of public record. There was someone who commented that Georgia is a one party consent state for recording. Is that just for audio recording? Is that for audio recording that's private? Is that for audio recording that was done privately and made public? Does that include video? Does that include someone's likeness? Does it include when a person tells you, "Oh, this is only going to be used for my own personal use," and then mislead you into showing your face, which you then publicize? Do these women have a case? Who is in the legal field, legitimately in the legal field, who can offer us some information about this? Because I would like to know. So Lynn is saying, oh, it went by too quickly. It went by. The girl is in emotional distress. Lynn is saying for audio only. Lovebug is saying it's for audio only. Listen, I want to, and Rohan is saying no case. So listen, who is in the legal field here? If you're in the legal field and you deal with prosecution, litigation on communication law, media law, could this? I don't think this would be libel. But listen, I'd like to know: is there anybody here in the legal field who has information about? So Lynn is saying, I work in human resources, right? So I know that there are certain states that you are able to record audio of people, but are you able to publish a person's image and likeness without their permission? And is she going through mental distress as a result of him publishing her image and giving away the name of, or the type of business that she was in, of which her business was found out online? So I'm curious myself now. I'm curious myself. I would really love to know. So Piece of Candy is saying high value men are too busy being high value to be posting photos of themselves in stores, especially without any images to prove actual purchases. So, so you questioning whether or not the purchases your purchase you're questioning whether or not the purchases even occurred. You just think he's walking into stores. You think he's just walking into stores, taking the photos, and then walking out, not even making a purchase? Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh, my goodness. All right. Okay. Lakeisha is saying, and the intentions should have been expressed, which it was, as a result of the contract was breached. So it's saying he's stunting. And Batty is saying they also aren't in women's comment section posting bitter comments like I see now. So listen, there's this stat that if you Google it, if you Google Black men's average salary or average income per year, it says that as of 2009, it was $23,000 a year. I was looking at some more updated stats on Black demographics that says that they got it from Census and the Labor Department. I need to double check on that myself, which says that the median income for Black men is now $41,000 in a single-headed household. And so, listen, we can definitely look further into that. But even at $41,000 a year being the median, if the average Black man is not making six figures, if only, what did they say, 4% of Black men are making six figures, then the average person in these comments, what authority do they have to speak for six-figure men? Does having six figures alone makes you a high-value man? It's an interesting conundrum that we're in right now. So I want to hear from you. I'm going to post some of your comments. Ashley is asking, did she know it was live? And then that's another thing. I have to question why these women, oh gosh, it's like, why were these women there in the first place? You know what I'm saying? It's like, this man, if you've seen, how did you get the phone number? How did you end up on his broadcast? What was it about his energy that made you say, oh, yes, this is the guru I need to speak to? What was it about the way that he handled other phone calls that made you feel, oh, I need to call up to have myself rated, right? Oh, you know what? I wonder, sorry, I hit my headphones. I wonder, because wait a minute. I wonder. So she knew that he could see her because he was like, don't make me say it. Don't make me say it. I don't want to be mean, right? But did she know that not only could he see her, but that the public was looking at her, that she was being recorded for a broadcast for profit? Because content creators do make money off of the content that we create. OD is saying she won't be able to prove any damages. This is just talk. Will she not? If she's in therapy, receiving mental health assistance as a result. So if she was not seeing therapy before, and then she went and saw a therapist, and that therapist can diagnose her with some sort of mental illness that is the affect of that event, some sort of post-trauma, some sort of I don't know. I don't know all of the different names in the DSM-5, but if she can prove that now she's in therapy because of this. Indigo is saying Kayus should know better. He's a lawyer, a judge, a businessman, a bus driver, a hot magnet. He's everything, LP. He's the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. I hear you. There's so Udoka is saying, what about defamation? Well, where would the defaming part come in at? Did he defame her in any way? She says that she's experiencing mental distress as a result of the broadcast. And if she can prove that her business finances has gone down And so she has cause for damages right there. And M is saying, that was not trauma. LMFAO. Are you kidding? PTSD is for assault, wartime, and not getting called ugly. Oh, you see her face, right? Or someone who is alleging that they're female. Can you let us know where you got your psychological degree to be able to diagnose people or refute any type of diagnosis? Can you let us know where you received yours at? If not, can you sit down in one of those several seats that you have there near you in your bus stop pick or wherever it is that you, it looks like you're at Grand Central Station. Just sit down, young person. Sit down. Just sit down. All right, so let's see. No release, full and final, no NDA. He is cooked. So people are saying without an NDA, not an NDA, it would be a model release. So she would have needed to sign a release for her image to be out there. Little Miss is saying, that's a brother. Yeah, I remember I was on this message board years ago, and I used to think that there were all of these women coming at me with all of this just real icky energy, but it was actually a bunch of men who were using photos of women. It was bizarre. Bizarre. So we got King Smitty 860. Damn, holding on to this store cool because you got no content, no numbers without kiffins. Baby, you're not qualified to speak on that, because one thing that you would need to do is you would need to look through my content, baby, and look at my numbers. Look at my numbers. I'm reporting on what the people want to hear. So Playa is saying PTSD literally stands for post-trauma. Lots of things can be traumatic. How is this person trying to say what is allowed to be described as trauma? Exactly. Exactly. People putting up the clown thing. I mean, I'm telling you. I mean, you saw that picture of the person. I didn't want to say nothing when the picture was up there. You just go ahead and rewind it and take a look, because ladies, you know what we like. And some of these people become involuntary celibates because of some things going on with them. And if these people are Kitten Heels, Kevin, aka Kitten Heels Samuel's clients, my word, hello, Pink Pill in the house, my word, please, if this man is an image consultant, por favor, have him consult on your image. I mean, if in 2020 you are walking around with little twists on top of your head, this is not the way that, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to continue forward, because I don't want to be that type of person. I don't want to be that type of person. I'm just going to continue forward. I'm going to continue forward because it's too much. It's too much. Be the Light is saying he is helping nobody. Apparently not, because if that's the way his fan base is looking, listen, there's just some issues going on. Oh my gracious. Bumblebee is saying the ash and the dust is out. Somebody is saying roast him. No, the nature has done a pretty good job of that on its own. I'm not going to say anything. Lena is saying Black women call in thinking they'll be the one he actually treats with respect. It's their ego. They want to be better than other Black women's. Well, listen. Shai is saying Kevin Samuels got his degree from DeVry in 4 weeks. I don't know. Did he? I don't know. I wanna hear. Okay, so look, April is putting up some sections. Let's see what April has to say. Let's see. OCG, we're concerned about you over there, April. Your photo is cracking up. Are you all right, my dear? She's saying OCGA section 16-1162, that a party may not secretly observe, photograph, or record the activities of another person in a private place. Okay, so if she was in her private place, and yeah, if she didn't know that her image was being recorded, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at OCGA, and let's get the screen up. Let's get the screen up. All right. And let's take a look at this OCGA. Let's see, what is the section? 16-1162. All right. 161162. Let's see. All right. This is family law. Let's see. Oh, I like Justia. Let's go there. Okay. So this is the Georgia Code. Title 16, Crimes and Offenses, Chapter 11, Offenses Against the Public Order and Safety. Let's get this large enough for you all to see. Let's get it large enough for you all to see. All right. Let's see. Let's read this. Let's read it together. All right. Offense against public order and safety, Article 3, Invasions of Privacy, Part 1, wiretapping, eavesdropping, surveillance, and related offenses. 16-11-62 is the statute we're looking into, which is eavesdropping, surveillance, or intercepting communication, which invades privacy of another, divulging private message. Now, was it intercepted? It shall be, let's see. Let's I don't know if you can see this. Let's make it larger so we can get it out to the whole screen. All right. It shall be unlawful for any person in a clandestine manner intentionally to overhear, transmit, or record or attempt to overhear, transmit, or record the private conversations of another, which shall originate in any private place. Any person through the use of any device without the consent of all persons observed to observe, photograph, or record the activities of another which occur in any private place and out of public view, provided, however, that it shall not be unlawful. And then we have the A, B, and C for security purposes, Prime Convention, and it has a whole bunch. So I want you all to just copy this, go to Juicia, and take a look and see for yourself what is actually going on. What does the actual statutes say, right? So Sugar Plum is interpreting it as do not put bugs in other people's house. I'm hearing that as well. Is there a different statute that may talk about having a private conversation that you do record to be able to publish where the person doesn't know, so they think that they're having a private conversation with you, right? And SM is saying this is civil, not criminals. Get his money and garnish his account. I know that's right. Get it. Garnish it. Oh, so Pink Pill wants to call in. Okay, well, you know what? Are you all up for a call in? If you're up for a call in, then let's get it. We could do a call in real quick. If you're up for a call in, put up the number 1. Let's see those numbers if you are. All right. I'll start getting it ready just in case you all do put it up. Okay, so all right, I need to get into the account and it's taking me out of this. So we're going to have to jump in again. All right, so give me just one moment. I am going to, okay, so all right, okay. Oh, so many. Oh my goodness, there's so many ones. I can't even put them all up. I'll just show you all a fraction of, oh my goodness, the ones go on for, wow, you all, wow, 1,200 people on the broadcast, more than I was expecting. So we have a lot of people who have put up the ones. It's so many, I can't even catch all of them. I can't even catch all of them. So listen, Pinky, I got you. Don't worry. I'm turning on the phone lines now. So everybody listen, go get your pinkies up. Listen, let's take a quick 5-minute break. Go run, get yourself something to drink, and just leave the sound on so that you can hear me talking in the background. We're going to be back in about 2 minutes. I just need to get the phone lines turned on and then get the number over to Pinky and have Pinky call in. I have to get this. Let's see. All right. So now is the perfect time to just run, go grab a drink, and then we're going to come back. I am going to throw up my banner and then just give us a moment. Go get your drink and come on back in. I wish I had some music to play. That would be nice. Okay. So let's see. All right. All right. Wonderful. So we got it up. Let me get my banner off. Okay. So the telephone number I'm going to put down at the bottom. Oh, it's going to scroll on the bottom. Okay. Hold on. I just have to. Okay. All right. And so let's scroll this at the bottom. There we go. Telephone number and the Cash App is up. So let's get this off. All right. So the telephone number is down at the bottom. So Pinky, I'm waiting for your call. So if you all can hold off on the phone calls until Pinky gets in, and then after that, I'll take other people's phone calls. Okay. All right. So 323-488-3149.
Call from
Chris. In.
to accept, press 1. To send a
Okay.
voicemail, press 2.
Hey, Chris, how are you?
Hey.
Hey.
Happy New Year's Eve.
Oh, happy New Year's Eve to you too. Hold on for just one moment. Let me get my thing in my ear right, and then let me just announce to people to come on back from their little bathroom or drink break. Okay, just one second.
Okay.
And Pinky, you have to let me know where you get your fabulous music that is able to be played in YouTube videos, because when we do our breaks, I want to be able to play some music too.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. All right, so welcome in, welcome back, everybody. Come on in, hurry, hurry, hurry. Pinky's on the line. Let me make sure we got this volume turned all the way up. All right, so talk to us. Talk to us. Can you all hear her fine? If the volume is good, let us know. Say something, Pinky, so they could test out your volume.
I love your eyeshadow.
Thank you. You know, I put it on right before this broadcast. Thank you.
Pretty.
It's a mixture of 3 colors, black, brown, and gold. Thank you.
That's pretty. I'm
Thank
gonna have
you.
to try that.
Yeah, you know, I put black around the edges, then I put some brown going in, and then I just fanned it out with some gold coming from the inner corner. All right, so they're saying your volume is good. All right, so jump in. Let's talk. What are your thoughts about this
Okay.
whole situation?
Well, you know that I recently announced yesterday that I had my own situation in regards to invasion of privacy.
Mm.
And I think you know what that is, if you
Mm-hmm.
don't mind. I mean, it's, most everybody knows, but I had a situation where a Black male content creator intercepted personal emails that was meant for my clients and broadcasted it on his show. I think that here's the thing. Just the way that we can voice our opinions
Mm-hmm.
about things, people are free to do that.
Mm-hmm.
What I think happens though is that for some people there is no line.
Okay,
There
I'm
is no
sorry. They're saying the
boundary.
volume is not good. They're saying the audio is too low. And I
Okay,
okay.
let me see if I can let me put my earphones in. They're sitting right next to me. So let me do that.
Okay.
How about now? I have
Oh,
my
you
earphones
sound
in.
louder to me, so I'm sure you sound louder to
Okay.
them. So please go forward. So you said that you have your own situation going on.
Right. So in the situation of just an invasion of privacy,
Mm-hmm.
what I find is that in the race to try to be edgy, try to get maximize all your views,
Mm-hmm.
people have been willing to cross certain boundaries. And what I think happens, unfortunately, in the Black community is that it's what Kendall says. I think everything is a backyard barbecue, and they don't realize that
Mm-hmm.
some of this stuff is just not legal. And in my case, I live in California. We have some of the toughest harassment laws on the books because
Okay.
of Hollywood.
Okay.
And so it's all fun and games until somebody says, okay, you can't do this, and I'm going to retaliate and protect myself, which is their right. But what I find a lot of is that these people do these things and then cry foul at the person. It's like what I said yesterday. Somebody punches you in the face, and you call the police because they punch you in the face, and it's like, oh, why you got to do that? You just punched me in the face.
Yeah.
Like, did you not think that there was going to be any consequences for that?
Yeah.
And I feel like, and it's unfortunate, I feel like a lot of the men in the Black community feel like they can do things to Black women that they would never do with anybody else, because they truly believe that there are no consequences.
Yeah.
And I think that moving forward in 2021, we need to stop. Being so concerned about preserving the honor of a group of people. And I'm not saying as a total group, but stop protecting the honor of people who violate us. And I got to say that, especially the woman Jessica, because I hear that she's suing him too.
Right, exactly. So you came in a little bit late, but we played some audio from a woman who says that she has a lawsuit, and she also mentioned Jessica filing a lawsuit as well. They're both saying that behind the scenes, he tells them, "Oh, I just need to see your photo, your image for me," and other people are saying that he didn't always. Okay, other people are saying that he hadn't always showed images, but now he started showing images, and that's what's going to get him in trouble.
Yes, because that's not allowed. And the reason why, you know the reason why he did that.
Why?
Because it was a payoff for him.
Oh.
It was a short, but here's the thing. People need to understand, like, you need to weigh the short-term payoff of the things that you do.
Okay.
And yeah, in the moment, it may feel good. You may get all kinds of accolades. You might get subs, you might get money and all this other stuff. But in the real world, there are parameters. And for somebody who claims to be so intelligent, I'm just confused as to what did he think that there were never going to be any consequences of publicly putting people's faces out there that didn't agree? It's like, I mean, and the thing is, I really do believe that some of these men think that Black women just do not deserve any protection. They don't deserve the same kind of respect and reverence and just caution that they extend to other races of women. Because, like, why on earth would he feel like he could do this?
Well, I can only imagine that why he felt he could do this, because it's the easiest target. I once lived with this African American man, and he had a low-paying job. He was always angry and always frustrated, and he was always broke, and he was skinny, and it just, when his frustration became paramount, he felt that he could come into the house and unleash that onto me. But, say I got me a Caribbean father, that shit did not last long with his dumb ass thinking that he could do those things, but what they do is they create an environment where girls are not protected, and there are no males in the house and no men around to protect them, and they see an easy mark. This is why, because I've seen many a video of gangs of Black men beating up old white women, beating up old men, beating up bums, or sorry, not to call people bums, but beating up people less fortunate, etc. And I remember there was this white supremacist board, or whatever. It was like, I don't remember where it was, but there were white supremacists that were on this board. And they were like, oh, this is why Black men have to gang up to beat up little old ladies. They don't have power. They don't have the ability to fight one-on-one and all this other stuff And I was thinking lately a lot, like, why is it that these Black men feel so comfortable dragging their one testicle over here to my page to try to check me, but they're not on any white supremacist boards. They're not on jury duty. They're not signing up to be police officers or entering the legal field or signing up to be judges. They're just on the internet with their one hairy ball gathered in front of them, complaining and hollering at Black women. And so, you know, you're dealing with a conquered male. And who does the conquered male lash out at besides women and children? You know, and it's really unfortunate because other men don't really truly fear Black men. You know, they use the physical fear as an excuse to further victimize him, but it's not real fear. If you think about it, I mean, if there was a let's say there was a dog that was foaming at the mouth and had some sharp bared teeth, and the dog was trying to get into your apartment building, are you going to jut your hip forward onto that pit bull and be like, no, you can't get in? No, and try to stand in front of them and try to block their path and try to do that. No, it's not real fear. It's a manipulative faux fear because they don't really strike fear in the hearts of people for real. Like, I saw this video, someone sent me a video of these Black guys that were like, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that. And this guy and this white boy responded to it. He's like, look, I'm a redneck. We learn how to shoot from when we're 5 years old. You all hold guns sideways and et cetera, et cetera. I can't find the video now. So like, when you all send me videos, send them to me on my website so that I could find them again, right? It's like, it's difficult with all of these different social media areas to find all of these messages. But I really wanted to react to that video because it speaks of a greater misnomer out there. Like, they're not really afraid of you. Nobody is really afraid of you. You are a joke to people. You don't care for your children. It's like you all are creating the negative stereotypes for yourselves out there, not caring for your children, not marrying, not thinking that your women are the most beautiful. You know, it's like, as soon as you make it, you're like, oh, well, I need to upgrade my status, not by the beauty of the women who look like me, but the beauty of the woman who looks like you. That's just weird. It's weird.
Yeah. And it's happening globally. I mean, it's not just in the US. I mean, you're seeing it in Africa, these poor women, like, bleaching their skin, trying to, you know, be lighter skinned, try to be appealing. It's a global issue, and it is very unfortunate. It's heartbreaking, but I gotta say that it's like, you know, people think that I hate, and Tanya, you know why I'm chuckling at this, that I just hate all Black men. And I'm like, if y'all knew the Black men that are in my corner and in my circle offline, they don't recognize.
Yeah.
They don't. I think the most, if I were to, you know, pop psychologize this, I feel like the weakest, the men who feel the weakest and powerless in real life go to the internet so they could have some sort of persona of strength. It's kind of like a video game. So like when you're playing that video game, you can be as big and strong as, you know, kick ass as you want it in this virtual world where you are more powerful than you are in real life. And so I think that a lot of the men online who like go after you, who go after me, their only power is online.
Yes.
And that's why you see them there all the time.
Yes.
Because in real life, they don't measure up. They don't even measure up with the powerful Black men in real life.
Yeah, it's true.
This is all they have.
You know what? Like, that's so true. The video.
Like my friend Lance.
Hold that thought real quick. I just wanted to tell you, and I'm glad you brought up Lance, because the video that I did with Lance, there's no smoke in the comments really. They're very quiet because it beats back their narrative that I hate Black men, that I spent an hour and a half in a glowing review of Lance and what it is that he was saying. So it refutes their point, and they had nothing to say on that video. But when it came to the white man online, you're right. They get this false sense of something. I'm like, you're talking about a millionaire. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Continue your thought. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I mean, I'm just, I've been having these conversations with him because he's like, this is so foreign to him. Like, he didn't even know, that all of this existed. And it's like trying to explain to him, what it's like to live on a different planet. And he is quite concerned. And it is formative, but he's in real life, a very powerful, successful man.
Mm-hmm.
And his ego is not tied to random people online praising him for humiliating other people.
Oh God.
And like I said, when you have a person who feels powerless and weak in real life, social media is like their video game, because they can be whoever they want online.
Yes. You're right. And you know what, really bizarre? Remember that guy I told you about, the African American male who I lived with? He had joined this virtual video game. Like I think it's called Real Players, like an RPG game, something. I can't think of what it's called, but it's like you interact with other players. Who do you think, when he created a profile, who do you think he created his profile as? Honestly, I'll let you all answer in the comments, and you can answer too.
I think it was probably like some white dude that looks like, Dolph Rung or whatever his name was from Rocky. Remember that one Rocky where he was like, and he fought the Russian?
No,
like that.
No, try again. Oh, the first person who came up with the answer. NRR says a woman. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to be.
He made his profile a woman, and I believe she had white skin or slightly tan skin, so you couldn't really tell if she was white or multi-ethnic or whatever. And she had like really huge bosoms, and it was bizarre. Yeah, it was bizarre.
So it kind of makes you wonder, like, the men who have online who have so much smoke for other women, is it because they really want to be women? And maybe it isn't necessarily having to do with sexuality. Maybe it has to do with what they perceive as the privileges that women have.
Yes.
And what they perceive as, wow, women have it easier when it comes to navigating through life, because here I am, this man, and I'm not measuring up, and I'm looking at women, and it's like, oh, okay, all you have to have is big boobs and a certain color skin, and your life is so much easier.
Yeah, you know what? As a matter of fact, and I asked him, I was like, why do you play as a woman? And so Bobby is saying she don't know gamers like being women online to be perceived as weak. So he said that he would get things for free as a woman. And he said that people would give him like gear and outfits and swords and stuff like that. So here was this man, this big grown man, feeling weak at his job, not much money, feeling emasculated. I didn't want him. And he was skinny and had all of these issues going on, and he would go online to live this faux life in the body of a woman. And he would just jiggle his big old bosom around and get free things from other guys who were playing. And I thought it was bizarre. When I told people I knew about this, they was like, that N is G. And I was like, oh my goodness. Bobby is coming back saying that the players are like white knights, and other men take advantage by posting as women and get free stuff and level up faster. But if there's no part of you on the inside that, like, I don't know, this just go on, Pinky, because I'm at a loss.
Well, again, this is where we operate. Obviously, it's a double-edged sword, right? I mean, what we do is tremendously rewarding, is it not? It is. But there is that dark side that we often have to deal with. And I feel like because we are Black women and as a collective, there doesn't seem to be much desire to protect. You can find that protection on an individual level. But as a collective, I'm not seeing that Black men are really rallying to corral the men. Like there's a few years ago, I heard about how adult male elephants will work together to corral the young teenage elephant when they get out of line. So what happens is when a male elephant gets to be at the adolescent stage, they start acting a little bit like donkeys. Like they start just acting out like whatever testosterone is. Just, the women can't handle them. So the adult males will circle that adolescent male and check him.
Okay. So
all right. See this even in
the animal kingdom.
And what I see a lot of is, I mean, even in my situation with the singular content creator who did what he did, I can't say much, but I will say that it has gotten some of his colleagues worried that my audience is going to starting an indiscriminate flag war.
Oh wow!
So I'm here to say, I'm here to say that is not what I want. That is not what I am telling people to do. When I spoke of flagging yesterday, it was about a specific video, which he knows, and also my response video where I had innocent people who were just regular people. I said, if they have not consented, if you put these images and replay them, I will flag you. And it was like a deliberate not listening. It's like, oh no, they're about to flag us again. I said, listen, I said, my problem is not with you. Like while I think your content is distasteful,
yes,
you have the right to do it. But when you start messing with my ability to make a living, when you lie, when you infiltrate my personal business and put it out there, then we have a problem. And the problem is a singular person. So don't come to me. Don't come to me and tell me, please don't do this. What you need to do is be an adult elephant and rein in your pit bull.
Yeah.
Rein him in.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what? I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 110%. And there are people who are commenting about I'm not sure if you're able to see any of the comments, but so yes, we're on the line right now with Crystalline of the Pink Pill. And so we're talking about Kevin Samuels getting sued and the whole debacle surrounding all of that, right? And there are people who are saying that part of the reason that Black men are angry at Black women leveling up and getting with white men is because that's where they want to be. They want to be leveled up and be with white men. This is true.
But see, here's the thing but what do white men symbolize?
Power, success, right. Dominance.
So why won't they go out there and get that? I mean, why won't they go out there and get that? Because the thing is that, we talked to Lance. Lance did it. I don't.
Yeah, you know what,
I'm not
Pinky?
I'm not trying to suggest that I'm not trying to suggest that racism doesn't exist. I'm not trying to suggest that white supremacy is not a thing. But what I'm saying is that I observe men of other countries who are Black, who come to this country.
There's a
become
problem
obscenely
with being
successful.
born in this country. It's a problem with being
Well, I'm
born
gonna tell
in
you
this
what,
country. Yeah.
and I want
Do
to
we
try
have
to
Shira in the house? You know what? I want to know if we can take this over to your channel, because I don't like recording for more than an hour. And we there's so much more that can be said. So do you want to now bring people over to your channel? There's 1,400 people on this broadcast. Maybe we can start up on your channel and pick up where we left off, or we can just create a whole new broadcast another day. What are your thoughts?
Well, girl, I wasn't planning on working today because I've been busy. So I think this is definitely worth talking about. I mean, I don't want to, if you want to hang up and start another one, I can do that. But girl,
Okay. Well, you know what? I will.
And you know how
No,
I try
but
to
you
look.
don't have to come on
I like to
camera.
look. No, but oh yeah, that's true. But I really like to dress up for my girls. Like you look so beautiful.
I don't like dressing up. I
show
only dressed
respect.
up today because I know there's going to be dusties coming for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have on eyebrows.
But to me, it's a level of like respect for my audience. I like to look
Really?
nice to
I
them.
hear you.
I do.
I hear you. So look, I could start a new broadcast on this channel. And so what would the topic be? Because we ended off talking about, do Black men do they get their power from being online? Do they not want Black women to level up because they want proximity to the white? They want proximity to the white power, to the white man, and closest proximity many of them can get is by getting a white woman. I don't know. What will the topic of the conversation be?
Maybe we do need to have, a separate, before we do another live, because I think this is kind of a sticky subject.
Which part do you think is sticky?
Maybe I just think that there's so many layers to it. I think that there's a perception that women just in general have it easier in life because there appears to be some protection for them that men don't necessarily enjoy.
Okay.
So I think that there's layers, and I actually think if we're going to have a conversation, like, it would be nice to get a Black guy on to talk about it too.
Yeah.
like,
Well, you know what?
is this?
Listen, there are a few different things, and I'm a lifetime entrepreneur, and I know that movement is important, to not have to have everything be perfect, because perfection is the cousin of procrastination. Perfection is procrastination in makeup.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I want to I have a moderator in here, but I'm very liberal with my comments. A lot of you are triggered by comments that are not real trolls. If you see someone coming in saying naker, 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 that's a troll. But a person just having a difference of opinion is not a troll. So I have an admin that's in here. Calm down. It's okay. If you see somebody who's truly trolling, say something, but otherwise. So listen, Shira, do you want to come on? We three can do a broadcast together, and neither one of you have to come on camera. I can even turn off my camera. So what do you think, Shira? Do you want to go? Let's know. I have two admins in here right now, so we're okay. My admins know what my liberalism is like in the comments. So this is why only certain people can become my admins, because you can't be triggered by differences of opinion. All right. So what does Shira say about coming live? Because we can end this now. We're only at an hour, 4 minutes. And let's see. I'm waiting to hear back from Shira. So nobody has to be on camera. I know how ladies can be so girly.
Yeah, and today was my day. I know it sounds so cheesy, but it's true. Today was going to be the day that I washed my hair, and that's like an event.
Oh, I hear you.
People. I know people think it's a lot of work to do my hair. I do have quite a bit.
Yeah, no, I feel, listen, you don't have to make excuses for, you don't have to make excuses. So yeah, don't worry.
Girl,
Don't
I've been
worry.
putting it off. I've been putting off this wash for about, I don't
Okay.
want to say how long.
So look, Shira says she'll join us. So the topic is going to
Okay.
be, we're going to be talking about Black men dating, relating, and equating. All right. So we're going to end this one.
Ooh,
Just make
okay.
sure that you go ahead and refresh. I just need to create a new broadcast and get the links out to
Okay.
the ladies. So ladies, look, keep an eye out in your email for the link. I'm going to send it to both of you. All right. And so listen,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, knockouts, gold diggers, and pinkies, stay tuned. We're about to come right back in, and it's going to be Shira, the pink pill, and I just having a very casual conversation about just I don't know. This is we're going to be talking about Black dating and relating. All right. I'll see you all in give us 5 minutes. Right now it's 5:24, so come back at about 5:30 Eastern, which is 4:30 Central and 2:30 Pacific. All right. See you all in a moment. Peace.
All right. We'll see you.